What's up, everyone? This is BigPowner, and hopefully I can make it through this video, because I am really sick. I barely got out of bed to even be able to make it to my computer. I woke up this morning and tried, and that wasn't even working out. So I took an 8-hour nap, now I'm back. This video is further applying the knowledge that you have already gotten. What do I mean? We want to get the most, and we want to be the most efficient with all of the things that we're doing. So, when you get to a place where, you know, you have everything unlocked and you're starting to use sextants, which I will do a video on sextants, um, this is when all of those resources that you've been building up from speeding right running maps are going to start being used as tools to earn even more currency. That's why I don't ever sell this stuff, because I use it. I've said it before, the only thing I sell is sulfite scarabs, really, and the reason why is because, first of all, we have a master that gives them to us, and for most people, this should be all you need. And, if you're really into delving, you should be doing group delving or group sulfite collecting for delving. And I will do a video on that. It's just not a top priority for me because right now I want to earn all my currency so I can do everything I want for the whole season. So, first off, before you're going to start investing, you want to get your whole atlas unlocked. And what do I mean? Your awakener level. It doesn't mean that you need every single map unlocked, every single bonus unlocked. What you need is you need the awakener level 8. And the reason why is because it's going to buff up your maps and not just the difficulty. It is going to buff up the difficulty, which that's what have I been telling you guys. Invest your currency to get stronger. You really have to get stronger in this league because, first of all, everything's base is already stronger. And then once you start getting the awakeners, that stuff's going to get even stronger. And our end goal is to be able to run the hardest maps and still run them fast. And then we want to add stuff to them that's going to make them even more rewarding, but even harder also. So when you get to this point, am I just going to be putting frags and scarabs on every single map? No. I want to use them when they're going to be the most rewarding. So how is it that I'm going to make them the most rewarding? Well, I'm going to roll maps. So if I'm trying to get the best possible map, I'm going to have to chisel it, then I'm going to alk it, and then I'm going to vol it. In previous seasons, this could be an issue. For instance, like I don't have cannot take reflected damage, and you can see like here I've got a map with that's Vault that has reflects elemental damage. The thing is we don't need gear that stops elemental reflect or physical reflect. There's a mod on the sextants that makes it so that we can run that. And the cool thing is we're able to move around our sextants instead of having to re-roll over them. So you can just save up your sextants. You can roll them all and create the best combinations and use the most beneficial ones. See this one right here. Players cannot take reflected damage. So this is not that uncommon of a mod. So you can save those maps, and when you have a group of them and you want to use them up, you get this mod, and you're going to be able to use them up. And then it's basically just free quantity and rarity to your map, which is pretty sweet. So something that normally would suck because you wouldn't be able to use that map, now becomes something that doesn't affect us at all and gives us an advantage. So that's cool. That's a good little tip right there. And it's also a reason that there's no point in crafting gear and losing a space and spending probably a lot of currency to get that gear. With the way the Atlas is now, that would be kind of pointless. So, if I had gotten a really bad map, I mean, you can still wind up with bad maps when you do this. Um, the thing is that's when I'm gonna just run it like a regular map. I'm not gonna invest in it. I want to invest when they're the best, when it's something like this, like 127 quantity, 63% rarity, and there's extra monsters in the map, like, this is a really good map. I'm gonna invest in this. That's why I've got, this right here, and I've got extra scarabs, and then the place that I'm not using a scarab, I've got the Sacrifice of Dusk. Now you're probably like, why is he using rusted ones? The reason why I'm using rusted ones is because I'm doing a dual purpose thing right now. I'm spawning Sears to kill him, um, because I've really been slacking on that, and I need to start doing that. Um, and on top of that, um, there's influence on these maps. So I can't completely maximize this map, but I still want to run this. So, and they're not like, if these were tier 16 maps for starters, then I would wait to use them till I could sextant them up. These are really good maps. I've got two of them. These are really good maps, but they're not good enough that I'm like, I gotta save this map, and I gotta get the most out of it. No, they're really nice maps. Actually, this one's even nicer. This one I could possibly sell. The reason why I'm not going to, though, is because what I do that with are the absolute best maps. Like this kind of quantity on a tier 16. Then I might be using. Then I'm probably going to save them to get the best possible sextants, and then take and also use, polished or gilded scarabs. But that is not the case. They are tier 15s, which on tier 15 and 16 I am chiseling, alking, and then volleying. So when you get to this point, that's what you're going to want to start doing. And you're going to want to keep these tips in mind so that you can get the most out of them. And this also gives you a good reason to not be selling this stuff because it's all going to be useful. Like, you'll notice I'm using breach scarabs. Why am I using breach scarabs? They add a lot of monsters to the map. What is the other choice? I'm adding quantity and I'm adding influence to the map, which is going to give me bases. Why are bases important? Once you start getting to the end game, even if that's not the best type of base, you're going to be able to use that base to put influence onto other items. So I have a chance to get a really good item, and then I also can just collect bases to then break down later. Which is why I'm not going to go all in on a tier 15 because I can't get top level gear from a tier 15 unless it's through a plus item level chest, which that's not going to happen very often. In chest farming, that's going to be more likely because obviously we're adding chests, but we'll get into that in other videos. This is just going to be a short and simple, basically maximize when you're investing, because all the advice up to here has basically been to keep your investment as low as possible. But there is going to become a point where it starts being worthwhile to start investing into stuff. And that's the goal for all of you. But you have a lot of steps to get there. And in the meantime, if you follow the stuff that I've taught you, you'll make a lot of currency. And you can also think about all of this stuff that you're saving up as like a stored currency. One thing that I do want to touch on, I've tried to get it on video a couple times and it hasn't worked out, because I don't have a gilded I don't have a gilded Legion Scarab to guarantee it. Um, but Legions right now are, and take this as a time-stamped thing because eventually GGG is gonna fix this. But there's a glitch that's going on with the Legion Scarabs and the Legion encounters in general, which is causing you to disconnect. Every single time I get one of the Legion bosses inside of an encounter, as soon as I kill him or her, um, I immediately get disconnected. Why does this suck? Of course I can go back into the map, but it sucks because if I run into that boss first and I kill him, then I lose all the rest of my Legion encounter. And there is strategies to, get around that. So for right now, try to kill as much as you can before you take down that boss within that time limit. But that makes it a lot more difficult to do because say it spawns right by the edge you're at, then you have to clear everything ahead of you and then come back. Or if you kill it, you're going to lose the rest of the Legion. So with the profit margin on adding Legion to the Atlas not consistently being that good in my opinion, because it does cost 6 chaos to add it, which is means that it has to be producing, consistently over 6 chaos from each one. And with the price of the timeless jewels going down and the chance of them dropping and how many encounters it takes, there is good drops like the Legion incubators. You can get lucky with those, and I'm going to go into that in another video. How to turn stuff that you might have thought was just garbage into something that could be a really valuable item for you with some investment. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope these tips help you. Peace out and happy New Year's. I hope you all are feeling better than I do. Later.